Hello and Merry Christmas to you. Welcome to a stopgap in the FPL Journey to 10K series. Let's call it episode 22.5 of the podcast and series that looks to support in us and helping us think like a top 10K finishing manager. Usually with my co-host Matt Corbs, unable to get time between at the end of game week 18 and game week 19 to come together with visit family, so on and so forth. So just thought I'd film this as a stopgap, as I say, to give my thoughts. But happy Christmas to you. I hope your Santa's been good with you and more importantly, given some green arrows. I'll be back with Matt ahead of game week 20. So look out for that coming in the next few days or so. But yeah, game week 18 has come to a close. I've ended up with 52 points, so a game week rank of 1.4 million. Not too bad, quite happy. It's a green arrow. So I've gone from overall rank 1.01 million up to 836. Keep doing this, kind of popping into the top million, and then falling back out pretty much the next week. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time round. That I can build. Not happy with 836. 1,000. For those of you that have listened to the other episodes, this time last year I was actually about 2.1 million. I managed to bring it down to by the end of the season to 45,000ish. So hopefully I can do something similar this season. But yeah, 52 points. Just to run through, so I had Dubravka in goal, 3 points for him. Lascelles, 1 point. Cash, 1 point. I felt Cash was unlucky. Probably the best player on the pitch with 10 minutes to go before Sheffield United got their goal. He was on for 9 points, keeping the clean sheet. He made some crosses which were dangerous. Probably could have got an assist, if not two. And then, Sheffield United scored, so his points dropped for that, and then he got booked, and now he's going to be banned for game week 19. So 9 points became 1 very quickly. I felt he was unlucky, but yeah, had him on the pitch. Also, Saliba with 2 points. Then across the midfield, so Son for 7, Saka for 1. Been very disappointed with Saka of late, but he brought in 1 point. Salah with 7. Palmer with 1, also took a booking, so we'll miss next game week. That was his 5th. And then Richarlison, a new purchase, so he came in for 8 points. I started him instead of starting Darwin Núñez, who was on my bench. So Richarlison with 8, Darwin with 1. So that's a transfer that worked for me, so that was great. And then up front, hat-trick hero Solanke with 17. And then, like most, went for the captain on Watkins, who brought home 4 points with that captaincy armband. So not great for him. Very annoyed with my bench. So Areola, 8 points. So 5 ahead of Dubravka. But to be honest, I was always going to start Dubravka. That's just one of those things. Darwin with 1. Charlie Taylor with 6, who, again, I was never going to play. So that is what it is. The one that really annoys me is Gabriel. So Gabriel picked up 10 points. And it was between Gabriel or Saliba, playing against Liverpool. I was only going to play one of them. Decided to go with Saliba for the expected minutes data. So, again, like a lot in the community, got burnt early in the season. Gabriel getting dropped to the bench for different games. And yeah, I just thought, look, Saliba will play. Chances are Gabriel will play as well, but yeah, I'll just play Saliba because it's more guaranteed. Gabriel obviously started and got his goal for 10 points. So a bit of an 8-point swing with that decision. So that's disappointing. But again, as I say, green arrow. So can't complain too much. So built up, as I say, to 836,000. So hopefully I can continue. Going into game week 19, couple of problems I need to fix. The team at the minute, so just to read through that, Dubravka in net at home to Forest. Currently playing Lascelles at home to Forest, but I think he's likely going to be out. He took a knock and got substituted in the first half. So he's probably going to be out. So need to address the defence like I have for the last couple of weeks and not got round to it. This week's going to be forced. I'm then going to start both Gabriel and Saliba at home to West Ham. Hopefully they can come out with a clean sheet there. Across the midfield, Son away at Brighton, Saka home to West Ham, Richarlison also away at Brighton, and then at the minute I've got the captaincy armband on Salah, so he is away at Burnley. And then up front, Darwin Núñez comes back into the fold. I think he should get a start. Came on off the bench, looked slightly dangerous on the left, didn't do loads, but nor did Gakpo against Arsenal, so... in the cup against West Ham, when Darwin played for the 90 minutes, he looked very dangerous. So I think Klopp will probably give him a nod ahead of Gakpo to start. So I think we should see Darwin back in the starting 11. So yeah, he's starting up front alongside Watkins away at Man United, and then Solanke at home to Fulham. Currently got the vice captaincy armband. Get those words out. I did have a headache, in all honesty, looking at my bus team, because I had those 7 attackers that I mentioned. They also had Palmer at home to Palace. And I was like, well, which one do I bench? And that's the problem when you have 8 really good attackers. It's like, well, 7 good and down. But you've got like the option, who do you bench? Palmer sorted me out because he got a 5th booking of the season, meaning he misses it. So he's on the bench. Cash is on the bench, also out. I've then got Areola away at Arsenal. Don't think he's going to keep a clean sheet. And then Charlie Taylor at home to Liverpool. And again, I don't think he's going to keep a clean sheet. But at the minute, Charlie Taylor will see the pitch, because I don't think Lascelles will get anywhere with his injury. So yeah, it kind of forces my hand. I've got to make a substitution or a transfer in the defence with Cash out, Lascelles likely out, Taylor having Liverpool, so I've got the double Arsenal to play, and yeah, I don't want Charlie Taylor. So I'm probably going to sell Cash or Lascelles. Haven't worked out which one yet. I think Lascelles' minutes are numbered anyway. You've got Botman back. Shaw looks like he's going to be back, so Lascelles is going to start getting benched anyway, so I might go that route. And then Cash is very hit and miss whether he starts or not. Probably when everybody's fit, doesn't start the majority of the time. Pau Torres is about to come back in. So again, I think Cash's numbers are going. I can sell Cash for 4.6. Can only sell Lascelles for 4.1. Yeah, so I might end up... And I haven't got the Chukwuemeka issue of being my third bench anymore when I sold him for Richarlison. So Lascelles being sat on the bench isn't the worst thing. So I might go for the Cash route because it's more money and sell him. Now, looking at who to sell for, I had a bit of a word with Matt about a couple of options. And really, I need somebody that's going to cover me for game week 19, 20, 22 and 24. Now, the only team that does that from a fixture point of view is Man City. Now, 19 isn't easy. It's away at Everton. But then in 20 at home to Sheffield United, in 22 at home to Burnley, and in 24 at home to Everton. So 3 home games. But yeah, I'm trying to solve players that aren't going to play 90 minutes by bringing in a City defender. And although Kyle Walker has played every minute of the Premier League so far this season, now that John Stones is back, I'm not convinced that's going to be the case. So Pep Roulette annoys me too much. That as much as I'd love a City player, I can't guarantee minutes. So I'm kind of looking away from that. And it really brings me 2 teams. So I've got Chelsea. So in 19 and 20, they've got Crystal Palace and Luton. In 24, they're away at Palace. And in 22, they're away at Liverpool. So again, that's not a great fixture. But 21, they've got Fulham. 23, they've got Wolves, both at home. So not bad fixtures. It covers me for the 19, 20 and vaguely 24. Although Palace away is not easy. And the other one, so Colwell, I'd be the person getting from them, 4.6. The other team is Brentford. So they're in 19, 20, 22 and 24. At home to Wolves, away at Palace, away at Tottenham, away at Wolves. It's a lot of away games. Again, not completely sold on it. From them, I'll be getting Pinnock, guaranteed 90 minutes sort of player. So yeah, the safe plays Colwell, Pinnock. The fun plays are Kanji, maybe Gvardiol. So it'd be one of them. It'll be Colwell or Pinnock if I'm playing safe. It'll be a Kanji or Gvardiol if I'm not. Looking at the Chelsea-Brentford expected goals conceded, Chelsea's is 25.5 for the season, Brentford's is 22.1. I also like that Brentford have more... I'm just more assured of their defence. Chelsea's defence doesn't fill me with confidence. They've obviously got some key players out in game week 19. More attackers, but it'll change the way that they play. So I think I'm leaning towards Pinnock. Otherwise, yeah, I go for a Kanji. So that's what I'm going to do. Probably sell Cash. At the minute, if you have to put a gun to my head, I'd go for probably Pinnock. But yeah, one of those would be what I do. So yeah, best of luck with whatever you end up doing. I've got somewhat an update on Matt versus Dave as well. So game week 8 results came in. For the first time this season, we've actually drawn. So I went for Iwobi, 2 points, and Digne, 6. Got a bit lucky with that. Got taken off in the 70-odd minute before Sheffield United conceded, so kept the clean sheet point. So I've ended up with 8. Matt had Bailey for 2 because of his booking. And then he had Elise for 6, so also came out with 8 points. So that leaves me 2 up on the season. Looking at this week, game week 19, Matt went first, picked Bernardo Silva. Again, not a great fixture for them away at Everton, but that's where he's gone. Again, City can beat anybody, right? So they've just become world champions. I'm sure their tails will be up, so they can put 3 or 4 past anybody if they're on the game. So not a bad shout there. I then played safe. I went for Dan Burn, still under 5% because of his injury. Has a home game against Nottingham Forest. I think the clean sheet's coming in, and we've seen Dan Burn pick up attack and returns as well. So after the Digne 6 points, I thought, let's go for the clean sheet route. It's hopefully some bank points, as that's where I went. Matt then went for Pascal Gross. So he's his second. I have not noted down who... Oh, yeah, I have. They're away at Tottenham. So Tottenham can see goals all season. Pedro Porro owners have really picked him for the attack and returns. He got a clean sheet against Forest. Really shouldn't have. They probably should have conceded twice, but seems to be picking up points. Obviously, he conceded against Everton at the weekend. Probably, again, should have been twice. A soft disallowed goal. So, again, Gross seems to be at the centre of Brighton's attack. So, sensible pick from Matt. My second is... I've gone for Nkunku. Now, he's 2.1% owned. He's a home to Palace. Sterling's out. Palmer's out. So... yeah, I think he's probably going to get a start now that he's back from injury. Got his goal at the weekend away at Wolves. Okay, they got beat, but he picked up a goal. So, showing that he can potentially do it in the Premier League. So, yeah, I'm going for Nkunku. So, Matt has gone Bernardo Silva and Gross. I've got Dan Burn and Nkunku. I'm currently 2 up, but we'll see where we're at when we film for Game Week 20. So, that should be coming up in the next few days. But, yeah, that's the overview. We'll see how we get on. Hopefully another green arrow. Cement my place in the top million. Hopefully push it to closer to the 500,000 mark. Not set on captain. I mentioned it's on Salah. I might take the gamble and go Solanke. Obviously off the back of a hat-trick. He seems to be scoring. Fulham, not terrible defensively. You know, Leno's got a lot of points, but I like Bournemouth at home. They're on form. If you look at the form table, they're getting wins left, right and centre. So might go there, but also might go just with trusted Salah. But yeah, all the best with whatever you're doing yourself. As I say, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the turkey. Whatever you're doing, have a good time. And I'll be back with Matt. Something I should end on. Something I found out very recently. So watching an old video from Focal from about February, there or thereabouts. And it was a video all about the new world number 1. There was an interview, really, so Focal fired questions at him and then got responses and filmed a video about it. And it was actually Matt Corbs. So he's kept that quiet. You know, we're at 22 episodes in. I always say about world top 5. From now on, you'll hear me refer to Matt as former world number 1 in FPL. He kept that very quiet. So, we'll be bringing that up on the next episode and addressing it with him. So look forward to that. So yeah, you actually this advice is all from the ex-world number 1. So there you go. But as I say, Merry Christmas to you. Catch you up with ongoings in the next few weeks. May your arrows be green, and speak to you all soon.